Welcome, loyal fans. We are here today for the second round of the Nations Cup. I am Liam Neeson, and alongside is my fellow host, Jesse Pinkman.
Right you are, Mr. Neeson. And today we are racing on Spa-Francorchamps, or however you pronounce that shit.
Alright then, let's take a look at some of the details of today's race. As said, this race takes place on Spa, and the car everyone needs to be driving is the Red Bull 2019 concept car.
There are two variants of that car, right? The anniversary and competition versions, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. Although there are no differences in performance, just a different default livery. Anyway, there is an 8-minute qualifying session followed by a 22-lap race.
Right? And all the racing slick compounds must be used at least once in this race. Technically, there is no mandatory pit stop, but you will need to make the stops to switch tires, of course. So, Mr. Neeson, what did the pace look like in the practice sessions?
Well, Jesse, the fastest lap Dordanov managed to record during practice was a 1-minute 48.773. At the time it was set last night, that was a 551st place in the world.
Not too shabby at all. Do we have any proof of that? Oh, here it is. I just found it. Well, looks like the pace is there. Let's see what he can do in this race then. Considering it's a difficult car to drive, I'm assuming not everything went according to plan, and we have highlights of previous races as well as a main event, right?
Indeed we do. Let's take a look at the first race of the day. That was the 10 o'clock race.
Looks like he qualified in fourth. That's a nice place to start. And no major incidents in the first corner either. Let's fast forward a bit to the first action. There's a big Minodeer train crimp. Dordanov running on his soft compound should have better pace, but he will still need to overtake to profit from that. Oh no, he had to take evasive action and went off track.
He will have dirty tires now. And with the amount of power this car has, it looks like he's struggling with the lack of grip.
And now he gets hit from behind as well. Off track again and now lost 6th place to the Frenchman. That pushed him off. People are taking no prisoners, trying to get past him while he's still struggling for grip. Quite some aggression on display here.
His car is damaged on all sides now. That will cost him some exit speed in another position. Down to 8th place now. We jump forward a bit for some action to see him overtake 2 cars in a row.
With a little bump from the car behind, but a nice run nonetheless. Well, that's one way to overtake, I guess. Just push your opponent quite off track and let them spin out.
On the way back to 11th place for now. It's clear why this was not his final race of the day. We jump to the 4th lap where we see him battle for 8th position with drivers.
It doesn't look like all the incidents are intentional. It is pretty hard to race closely with these cars. It still cost him enough to fall back to P12, and it's back to square one.
We jump a bit forward to the pack in front where we follow Entry Viper in his bright orange car.
It doesn't seem he wants to be overtaken, like at all. It did cost him in the end as he goes off track with a few others.
In lap 7 we can see another car approach the Viper for the overtake. Let's see if it was just a fluke.
Well, that's clear as day. As dirty as they come, and a bitch.
Fast forward to lap 9, where Dordanov is approaching the Italian Viper. Keep in mind that Dordanov is still completely unaware of his dirty driving at this point.
fuck is that shit, man? I ought to knock the living daylight out of him.
Calm down, Mr. White. I thought you needed to cook meth and had no time to watch the race.
Look at that asshole. If I get my hands on him, I'll cook some meth in his cracked skull.
All right. We get it. Just go make some more meth and cool off. We still have targets we need to hit, not opponents.
Fast forward to lap 20. Jordanov has managed to work his way up to P7 and is now chasing the French Nico for 6th place.
Looks like he got past nicely there. Oh no, wait. The Baguette takes a dive through the inside and forces his way back in front.
I do hope he realizes he went off track there and now has reduced grip from his dirty tires.
I guess he forgot, or was just too eager to get back to the Frenchman for another try. Luckily, the gap behind is big enough to not let it cost a position.
And here we are for the final seconds of the race. In the top right we can see that his tires are completely done for, and there is barely any fuel left.
Eventually, he does end up in 7th place. Not terrible considering the amount of time he spent mowing the grass off track. And sadly, it's not even the kind of grass you can smoke.
Well, off to the next one, I guess. Let's hope we see a better result there. And here we are for the second race of the day. It seems like he once again managed to qualify in 4th place.
He's off to a pretty good start. Oh no, he completely misjudged that first corner. He has dive bombed straight into 2nd place.
It does seem like the penalty system works correctly here. A well-deserved severe penalty for that incident.
And the damage to the front of his car is now crippling his top speed, and he loses to positions here.
You see a big battle behind going on. Let's fast forward a bit to the penalty line.
Yeah, this is going to cost him. The field is still packed closely together, and more are coming in fast. Almost lost it in the grass there. And the slightest of taps there makes the car spin. That's really unfortunate. It did cost himself a bit as well. These cars are so difficult to control that incidents like this will sadly just happen in the midfield when cars are so close together.
And now the front spoiler damage makes the car lose grip and he misses the corner and spins out. Not off to a good start for this second race either.
Indeed, a pretty bad start. Almost in last place. The only one still behind is someone who completely missed the bus stop chicane and had to reset a track.
In lap 3 we hope to see some retribution. Rossi Bossi in front needs to be overtaken to get 13th place.
Nice exit there. Let's see if he can keep the inside and get the position. He's through, but Ozzy Bossi is still close and looking to fight back. He will need to defend the insides to keep him behind. That settles it. Well defended and a great exit to increase the gap.
In lap 5 we see him get to the back of a large batch of cars. They're battling hard and it's only a matter of time until one or more of them crash into each other.
see some contact already. Oh wow, one of them is off. Oh, and a nice reaction gets in both positions in one fell swoop. Some more battling going on in front there. He barely stopped in time to prevent the crash there. But what's this? A penalty for that? That seems quite harsh, doesn't it? That's the penalty system at its finest. People like the Angry Viper in the last race don't even get a penalty for ramming someone off track repeatedly, but this tiny tap gets you to whole seconds.
Oh well, let's jump to the serving of the penalty to see what the damage will be.
Whoops, here goes one of them. A free position gained right away. And of course, a complete pack of fighting wolves moves back in front. Well, that is half of the problem taken care of at least. Now we just have to overtake these clowns in front. Oh, wait a minute, cancel that. This is even better.
Do you have any idea how fast I am? I'm fast as fuck, boy!
Regardless of how fast of a fuck he is, there are still pit stops to be made.
Wow, he was quite lucky to just slide into the pits like that. Would have been awful to get stuck in the pit entry.
A few rounds later, the next stop must be made for the last stint on the soft compound. Let's see if he learned his lesson.
Yeah, I guess not. He is lucky for the game to reset him there. He was completely stuck. That does mean he lost quite a bit of time and needs to make an additional round to be able to stop them.
We jump to lap 18 where he is in 8th place and hunting for J Nono in B7.
Good exit there, some overspeed. Oh, it looks like there was no real contact. Might have been a bit of netcode interfering. For now, the position is won anyway. The Frenchman is still following close though. Wow, and a big hit from behind causing him to overshoot the corner. He even gets reset while trying to rejoin.
Do I need to come over there and punch that croissant in the dick or what?
Mr. White, please calm down and stop interfering with my broadcast. I'm trying to report on a race here.
Due to all those shenanigans, a new challenger appears that is looking to take advantage of the slipstream.
See, good racing does exist. As long as you give each other some space, it's fine.
One lap later, Dordanov and Bomber have both caught up to J Nono in front.
A bump rat from behind should ensure Bomber to pass. Dordanov is obviously hoping to follow straight after him.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? Why is that Baguette so hell-bent to ram him off anyway?
I'm not sure, it might have been one of the earlier incidents. It's pretty weird though. He was not directly a victim in any of those situations. Anyway, let's see if he is allowed to pass the next lap. guess not. Seems like he's still angry. That's a good run to the inside, though. Oh, and it looks like the Frenchman is scared for some will earn retribution. Okay, then. And not even a punt from behind that I was expecting. I guess he gave up fighting.
Finally, we arrive at the last lap. Jordanov is still trying to grab that 6th place while Bowman is valiantly defending. Let's see what the results will be here.
Oh, that's a very good exit. He will have to take the outside line, though. Sadly, that was just too much speed for that outside line. 7th place it is, I guess.
Close right up until the end, that one. Yet another eventful race, and another 7th place. The speed seems to be there. The race just needs to be a lot cleaner.
I do agree with you on that. Well, on to next, I suppose.
Okay, let's see what we get.
What the hell is wrong with this lobby? Only 76 points for a win. Isn't that supposed to be well over 100 at this rank?
Oh, I see what is going on here. Due to all the incidents in the previous race, his safety rating has fallen off and he is put in a separate lobby. He will have to avoid getting into additional incidents to get plus points on his safety rating so he can race in the higher lobby again afterwards. All right. First, let's take a look at the qualifying result of this race.
Wow, that's as good as it's going to get. That is a respectable time as well. Now let's hope he can keep the race incident free to get that safety rating back up where it belongs. Not the best of starts, it seems. The driver in 2nd place had a way better start. He also didn't seem to bother to defend. What's that all about?
Well, to remember, he is mostly here to get a clean race. Even if he would win, that's only 76 points. He got more than that in 7th place in the previous races.
He is at least going to take a peek on the inside since it's not defended. Sadly, the other driver did good sticking to the inside line there. He also needs to keep an eye out for the cars behind. Jules Bianchi is eager to strike if he makes any mistakes.
It looks like they are pulling away now. Let's skip ahead a bit to some action. A few laps later, driver Gifu Original is approaching fast. Let's see how this unfolds.
That is an aggressive overtake once again, but Dordanov is here to race clean. And if I look at my race info, I see that the other driver is on the softer compound, so he is likely to be faster anyway.
He jumped to lap 8, and Gifu Original has already pitted because he was on surface. Jordanov is still chasing the Slovakian driver in first place. And now we see him go in for a pit stop. That is quite early considering he is currently also on the medium compound. Fast forward to lap 13, it's time for a pit stop. Fuel has almost run out, and the medium tires have also seen better days.
A pretty good run on the medium compound, looking at the times on the right-hand side. Here's to hoping he doesn't lose too many positions with this stop. He also finally managed to get through the pit entry without crashing into the wall. Good on him. Looks like he came out in second place. Not bad considering he also added enough fuel to be able to finish the race.
Nothing happened in the laps on the hard compound, so we jump forward to the next stop for the last stint on the soft tires.
He came out in fourth place now. That doesn't seem too good. Ever Race Info does tell me all the drivers in front still need to make a stop. None of them have enough fuel to finish the race.
And here we see proof of that. First and second place are both making a pit stop to refuel and probably change the tires.
Back in second place he goes. Now let's see if the Italian in front will indeed make a pit stop as well.
And in the next round, Decimo Lucio indeed makes a pit stop as well. Much needed with only 7% of fuel remaining.
Well, now it's just a matter of not making mistakes and finishing the race. That will be a win and a clean race without incidents, it seems. But before he finishes, he also sets a new fastest lap of the race, improving on the one he had set the lap before, just to assert total dominance, of course.
In the last lap, we see a back-marking chasing, who seems to think he is faster. Doesn't matter, the win is still there.
Quite the display of power there. A win with a huge margin, but still only 76 points, so he needs to go again.
Indeed, he needs another race. Let's jump straight to the main event now. And here we are for the main event, the 7 o'clock race.
Can we at least skip a bit through the qualification rounds? I'm sick and tired of seeing this Francorchamps would ever track all the live long day.
That seems like a good idea to me as well. Off we go.
Wow, another pole position, and almost a 1 minute 48 as well. His pace seems to be improving.
No wonder with all the laps he has driven around this track today. Let's see if he can extend this pace to the race as well.
And before we forget, due to the improved safety rating, this lobby is indeed much better. A 129-point lobby. That is pretty awesome. stoked. Look at him shine here on the front row. And off we go. A much better start compared to last race. And there goes one of them to a meeting with Barrier. Well, looks like he has everything under control and is moving away fast. Let's come back when we have some more action.
We jump to lap 3 where we see Dordanov being chased by the Spanish driver called Azzi. He closed the gap fast and is clearly looking for a move to overtake.
The race stats tell me AZ is on the soft compound, hence why the speed difference is so noticeable. I assume Dordano is also thinking this even though he cannot tell for sure currently. He lets him pass without much defending, so that seems to prove my point. He is aware that there is not much point in trying and risk getting rammed off. He even plays it safe here by easing off the gas and staying behind in the slipstream.
The first bit of action we now get is on lap 13, as he was indeed on the soft tyres and made a pit stop after lap 5. From that point on, Dordanov has been leading the race in a pace comparable to last time. Now it's time to make a stop for some much needed fuel and some fresh tyres.
My god, this refueling is so slow. Luckily, Dordanov has chosen the strategy for a long first stint, so he needs to refuel only once. That saves some startup time from a second refuel. I also see he currently has a 49-second lead. That might be enough to allow him to resume the race in first place. Due to his long and fast run on the medium tyres, he only needs to do 2 laps on the hards. Let's check back in when it's time for that stop. And here we are in lap 16 for that final stop, still in first place, and he only needs to stop to switch to the soft tyres. Let's see where he ends up back on track. Third place. That's definitely not what we were hoping for. Let's hope those others still need to make a stop or are maybe lacking pace due to worn tires. There is even someone right behind. Hopefully that won't become an issue. At least Dordanov is on the best possible tires. He should have the better pace. I can already see Marzi falling behind. It's now just a race to catch first and second place.
Not even 2 laps later, and he is catching second place fast. Let's take a look at the action.
part is, of course, getting the clean overtake. There is always the risk of crashing out, especially in these cars. Patience is going to be key. And here we take second place because the leader just went into the pits. That was easy to miss during all the action. Nice move by Ekop defending the inside, just as he was close enough to move out of the slipstream. An overtake seems inevitable. At this point, there is just so much more speed on the soft tires. Ekop is on half-worn medium tires, by the way. And there it is, slightly wide by the check, and Dordanov immediately takes the inside line. What a move. In the background, we saw Ekop dive into the pits. Apparently, he also needed some extra fuel, or still needed to use another compound. Now, it's just a matter of finishing the last few laps. Let's check back for the checkered flag.
And here we are for the final stretch. All that remains is cross the finish line, and the points are in the bag.
And there we go. Finally, the result we have been longing for the entire day.
Indeed, took a few races, but the result is there in the end. And just like the last race in the little boys' league with a big lead, even though it was racing with the big boys now. Very nice. We'll be back on Wednesday for the next race, although probably not with a report as extensive as this one.
We will see how the events unfold then. Pinkman out, bitch!